I'm coming through. Coming through. Coming through. Never mind him. It's my attack dog. He takes care of the place here. Keeps it safe for us all. Right? Keep it safe for us all. Can't even get him on video. That's how amazing he is. Oh. Yeah, got something new for the car. For the old Fox body. Perfect working on car weather day. Almost got, that's my dog. Almost got the garage set up here, but we're getting enough room to be able to work here. But yeah, I just got something really cool deal on something for this that I've been wanting. Let me show you. Yeah, look at it, 3K, all the way there. I'm coming through. Coming through. Coming through. Never mind him. It's my attack dog. He takes care of the place here. Keeps it safe for us all. Right? Keep it safe for us all. Can't even get him on video. That's how amazing he is. You can't even get a video shot of him. So let's go walk out here. Ah, there we go. There we go. Attack! Attack! Come on. Attack, bud. Alright. Picked me up a fiberglass, whatever you guys call it, cowl hood or whatever. Got a bit of a lift there, not too high, exactly the height I wanted to give me the clearance I need for my spacer that's on my upper intake, or in between my upper intake and lower intake, and I can get rid of that dent that's happening on my steel hood. I don't have to worry about that anymore. This car that I got this from, I bought some parts off a guy who kind of wrecked his, he wrecked his Fox body. Pretty sad. Beautiful car. But those things happen. But the nice thing about it is it's putting life into other people's Fox bodies, so we're all for that. It might be the death of one, but he's doing fine, and I got this for a really good price. Had a few cracks in it from the accident, but luckily it didn't get smashed because it was a front end collision. This hood is in pretty decent shape, and boy oh boy, it was too good of a deal. Way too good of a deal. So we're going to do a little bit of fixes on it. You can see got a little bit of a crack here. A little bit of a crack here. That's all that happened from, I guess, the collision. It's a few little, it's not really cracked in here, but you lost some paint. I'm not really concerned about that. We're not going for the looks yet. There's a bit of a chunk right here, but that can all be fixed real easy. We got ourselves a fiberglass hood. So we will probably be putting that on here pretty shortly. Let me show you something else. Another thing that I picked up from that smashed car is I got myself a headliner. Guy made me a really great deal on a few other things too, I'll show you. But I was wanting to replace my headliner, but I really didn't want to put that much money into doing the interior, and I had hoped to find something, you know, used. Not too bad. You know, it's a little dirty, but it's very cleanable. It's good enough. I was looking at spending $300 or something and getting a headliner, and I got this one for $30. $30, I believe, because it's going to be much better than, let's see, in here, it's my headliner. It is crap. And I bought from LMR some, you see these are wasted, sun visors. And we'll replace those. We got to take all this out to get the headliner replaced, but you can see how bad my headliner is. The one I picked up is so much nicer. And that was something that bugged me about the car for a while. And I'm also thinking about wanting to put a roll cage in it, so I need to have a good headliner in there before I put the roll cage. So it might be really difficult to do that once the cage is in here. The rest of the interior is pretty decent. Probably the only thing, you know, I want to get a more like a Momo steering wheel eventually, and the pad is a little cracked right there. That's really about, and I could buy a new one of those. Other than that, I'm pretty fine with this interior. It's got some badness in the seats, but I might not keep these seats. I might end up going with some aftermarket seats later on. So you can see everything is all pretty decent, pretty clean car. As far as I mean, I didn't buy this thing to make a show car. I bought this thing to go out and drive and have a good time with. And I had to get a new tire. Remember, I think I had in a video that this tire kept going flat, could not get plugged up. Just got a new tire. So we got that. Another great thing that I purchased off that bashed-in car was these rear view mirrors. Because let me show you, my driver's side one, I got the complete set from him for like 30 bucks, but this one is fine. I'm not going to replace that. And what was cool is his car was black and someone had painted the mirrors on his, and so it'll match my car. I could just get away with replacing this one, because you see, one day I leaned on this and cracked it, and that's the end of that show. So I will replace that with this, and we'll be just fine. That'll make me happy. Matter of fact, I'll put this right here. Other than that, you know, I'm gonna start cleaning up the molding here. You can see this car does not have a nice paint job at all. It's kind of a bad garage job, and it's starting to really take its toll. So like that hood out there being black, I'm not gonna even worry about it. It's just going on here. You can see right here how with that riser on my intake, how I got the throttle body just cracking the heck out of the hood. You really see it there. Just putting a hellacious dent. I'm not a big fan of cowl hoods. I really would have rather kept a flat hood, but I also want that clearance because I got those valve covers I had in a previous video that I want to make better again and put them on this car. Alright, so let's take a look under here now. So, it's a little dirty. Haven't cleaned it up in a while, but I'm finding I got a couple leaks down there. I got to get this up in the air and take a look at. Need to clean the engine bay a little bit again. It's getting a little dusty and dirty from when we got all that stuff put on there. But you can see I got really good clearance here. I'm going to get these valve covers off and get those other valve covers on, and that way I can keep my raised intake. You can see how this thing's all been marred up from rubbing against the hood, and I've got a brand new Cobra plate that I got from LMR that I want to put on there, but I want to have the hood clearance before I do that. So you can see where it rubs right there and wears that all down, and I just want to make it a little nicer in here. I'm not really, again, no show car, but I want it to be pretty decent. I'd go to the car hangouts and never pop my hood. It was worse than this, I think you had seen in the past, but it's a little bit better. But I want to be able to pop the hood and not be so freaking embarrassed. I might be embarrassed right now. There we are again. I still got so much more to do with the garage, trying to find places for things, but I want to make this place a little easier to work in and get going with some projects I got planned for this. That's what we got going so far. And we got other things to play with out here. And I've got this old thing. Something will happen with this one day. I actually eventually want to get it put in the backyard. That's got a whole story behind it. One day I'll tell. I've got the old cop car here. It's running, driving. We don't use it a lot. It's almost like a backup car now, but I'd like to really do some fixing up on this. Got my 07, my daily driver. No, it's an 06, come on. Well, she's seen better days as far as in the looks department, but we might pretty her up a bit. This is my knock-around car. And this has a whole other story to it we'll get into. And I'm kind of looking for a donor car for this to maybe transplant a lot of the stock car stuff. This was never a car that ran in any racing series. It was someone else's project that I ended up inheriting, and I kind of want to use it for something someday. I always wanted to do a street legal stock car, and that's pretty much what was getting worked on with this. But I'm going to change a few things. It's probably not even going to be easy. It's even got old Winston Cup tires. This thing's got a cool look about it, but got a really nice roll cage here. It will not fit the Mustang. These cars were a lot wider, these third gen Camaros and Firebirds, but I don't think I'm going to build a third gen Camaro out of this. I'd love to find a old 70s Monte Carlo and maybe just transplant all the fabricated stock car stuff up, get it into a old Monte Carlo and build a stock car, NASCAR stock car replica that can be driven on the street. It's just something else. You gotta check this out though. This is cool. This guy who was working on this really did some cool flaring right here. Had front fender that was flared. I ended up giving that to a hot rod shop he worked at. And the other side hadn't gotten done yet. But I am not going to continue on, and I have my reasons. I'm not going to continue on with this to become a IROC racer. This is what he wanted to do, make a replica of the cars that race in the IROC series. That's what he was going for. It'd be cool, but I've got my reasons. I want to change the plans and just basically use the chassis and parts of the chassis to go into something else. But definitely had the cool look. I love that flare. Love those wheels and tires. And yeah, those are old Goodyears with the white letters that were ran. These were sticker tires that never got used, and they were from a Winston Cup team from back in the late 80s or 1990 or something. These are where those come. How many of you have ever moved and tried to set your new garage up and you just got so much crap? So we're going to keep on working on that and get things a little more organized and start working on this and make it better. I just thought I'd give you a little preview of the upcoming new Luka's garage. We got a bigger garage now, more space. We're going to do some neat things. So thanks a bunch for watching, and we'll get that hood on, and get the mirror on, and a whole bunch of other things, and start having some fun with this.